Help me ducks, how are we today? Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. So as promised, you'll remember yesterday I did a walkthrough of the Dream Raven Tarot by Beth Salonen. Really think this is a beautiful deck, and thank you for everybody's comments on that video. All really positive, which was lovely. And I said that I'd got two decks by Beth, and I would do them separately. So I'm just now looking for my little mini meat cleaver, so that we can get this open and have a look at it. So I think this is going to be, I mean, equally as adorable, but very different, because, you know, the Dream Raven is very colourful and bright and wonderful. Whereas this is black and white images with hints of blue, hence why it's called the Bleu Cat Tarot. I like the way it's the, is it French spelling of blue? But yeah, so Bleu Cat Tarot by Beth Salonen. And this is in a more compact box, more like the Guardian Tarot, which is also one of her decks. So you can see the size difference. But a lot of this as well is because of the layout of the cards. So you've got the cards here and the book here. And I'm really tempted to get the other decks now as well, like the Leaf Tarot. So again, Schiffer's usual style with the little ribbons. I really like these. Look at this design here as well. So this is kind of like the art style and art design. Lovely compact box. So on the sides that will be on your shelf, it says 78 tarot art cards featuring the clever Siamese cat, a fun and easy guidebook including spreads reflecting a cat's knowing, and never had a Siamese as your guide to life before? Don't think it's time you did? Don't you think it's time you did? So it says, there's no cat like the precious, sociable and clever Siamese when it comes to learning just what you need to know to put your life on the right track or take it off the wrong one. Bleu Cat Tarot captures antics, expressive body language and just downright style of this cat's favourite. Beth Salonen's 78 modern tarot cards painted in black and white with a touch of blue for style will guide you through lifestyle perspectives with a light heart and new approaches to getting things done. Using the gentle, knowing humour of a Siamese daily life, the accompanying fun and easy guidebook offers cat-wise reflections that will tickle your inner funny bone. Never had a Siamese as your guide to life before? Don't you think it's time you did? So there we go, and it is printed by Schiffer. And let's have a look. So it's a plain inside box. It's so sturdy though. It's a really nice box. It's got the magnetic closure so it doesn't fall open. A little ribbon there. So lovely. So here's the book, the Bleu Cat Tarot. It is 95 pages. There's Beth, a 1998 graduate from the University of Maine. We have spread, I don't know why I'm starting at the back. We have conclusion, spreads, and then we have our card meanings. So not an excessive amount of text for each one, just a couple of paragraphs, which is probably all you need really. I'm hoping it gives you some kind of description of the card. So we're looking at the moon, fish or chicken, decisions and choices are the focus when this card comes along for Mr. Siamese. You can always leave the situation, take a break should it begin to feel overwhelming, then come back when you feel better to tackle the issue. So they are quite, it looks like they're quite minimal art really, art style. Major Arcana, uprights and reversals. The interpretations for this tarot deck have been written in the upright position, okay, which is fine with me. I don't read reversals. Though there are times you may end up with a card in reverse, or rather upside down, when this occurs, the card can take on a slightly different meaning. It can indicate the direct opposite of the interpretation, or just a lessening of the positive impact of the card. It's an interesting take. The suits, we have our introduction. Blue Cat Tarot is based upon the antics of my own Siamese cat, Isis. Didn't know that. Over the past 13 years, I have sat back and watched the various stages of her life. It began with the ambitious 2-year-old kitten who devised her own game of taking my hair ties and her favourite balls, dropping them into a glass of water, then setting them on my pillow during the night. Upon rolling over onto them, disgusted by the feel, I would throw them across the room, which delighted her no end, and she would promptly return them, dripping with fresh water, ready for the game to continue. So it goes through all of her life, really, the different stages and what Beth has picked up from her. Through much of her life, she's been a skittish Siamese. Only recently has she now entered her elder years. I mean, this was 2013, so I'm assuming now, obviously, that, little Isis is no longer in the world. Only recently, as she now entered her elder years, has there appeared a certain new level of confidence. Instead of hiding away in the bedroom all day, waiting for other animals to go to bed, out she comes without fear or worry. Isis has aged gracefully and with dignity. My Empress cat. This deck is to commemorate all of those lovely feline creatures with whom we open our hearts and share our lives and use their wisdom to solve our own lifetime obstacles. Isn't that lovely? I really like that. That's really nice. So yeah, nice little guidebook. So let's look at the cards. It is Schiffer. Oh, and it's matte. Wow. And this was 2013, wasn't it? I'm sure I read it was 2013. Yeah, copyright 2013. Wow, I expected them to be glossy like the Dream Raven, but they're not. They're matte and they feel amazing, actually. Can you hear that? Really lovely, soft matte. There is a sheen on this side and it's more matte on that one. This is just the advertisement card. These are obviously the backs, yes, which are really nice. And then we have the more Schiffer titles, Tarot Leaves, which is another, and Dream Raven. So advertising a couple of other decks. I must get Tarot Leaves by Beth Salonen, I should say. Okay, so this is a lovely thick deck. Cardstock is absolutely wonderful. It feels more silky on the back. It's got a lovely matte finish on the front. And I love the simplicity of the artwork here. I mean, for me, this deck again just shows the incredible diversity of range that Beth has. When you think of the Guardian Tarot, and I can only compare the ones I've got, but the Guardian Tarot with the Dream Raven Tarot and now the Blue Cat Tarot, all very, very different from each other. And I love this. So here's our fool, about to step off, seeing a bird and is about to jump that leap of faith from the roof. The Magician. It is so mischievous, isn't it? I love the style where the head is separated from the body. But yeah. And dragonflies must be a thing for Beth because they appear. They appeared a lot in the Dream Raven as well. Here's our High Priestess. That's beautiful. The flower crown. I love the crescent moon. And just holding on to this fish. The Empress. The Emperor in his plant pot. Little mouse and bird. They must be showing enormous restraint, not going after a mouse or a bird. There's the dragonfly again. The Hierophant. Here's our lovers. That's sweet, isn't it? Chariot. The pot's all cracked here. Strength. That's lovely. I remember cats are quite fearful of water. So it's gonna, if he wants that fish, it's gonna take an enormous amount of courage and strength. The Hermit. I wonder if the book actually says anything about the dragonfly. I think it's a dragonfly. Let's. I always like to choose one card to see what the book says anyway. There is a glowing beacon guiding all those weary cat souls seeking direction and wisdom at the end of a long day. A quiet solace reigns around, almost aura-like, calming those who visit, allowing them to be more reflective upon what is essential in life. You are able to find the inner light within yourself and connect to your own intuition. Listen to your heart. You know through experience and conscience which path is right for you. So some do, because I've just glanced over at the next one, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and it describes here, it says, caught in the pendulum, this cat hangs on tight and enjoys the ride. Sadly though, when you are experiencing this card, nothing is done in moderation or bit by bit. It's an all or nothing experience and can make you even feel slightly sick at times. The best thing you can do is keep your eyes precisely on where you want to end up, what you want to achieve, and then when it comes around, jump. So I like that. Justice. Lots of plants and plant pots. Lots of dragonfly symbols. These cards are amazing quality. Really are. You can tell by the thickness of the deck, but they're really superb. We have Hanged, just like yesterday. You know, with the Dream Raver, we didn't have Hanged Man or Hanged Person. It's just Hanged. And we have it again here with this little mouse being hung. Death. Oh dear. We've got the dying plant as well, look, but not wanting to go in this carry case. The arrow is interesting, isn't it? The arrow pointing up. So here it says there are some drastic events coming along to shake up this cat's life in a most dramatic manner. The cat carrier is out and packing boxes are ready to go. Oh, the packing boxes with the weight up. So obviously the owners are moving house and the cat is reluctant to go on that transition from one place to the next. And then it talks to us. What are the reasons for change? What are the reasons changes are happening in your life? So yeah. Temperance. Oh look, little ducks. The Devil. Wow, really caught in the claws there. And look how that plant now is. The Tower. Isn't the cat cute though? I love the style it's drawn in. Star. The Moon. Sun. And Judgment. Plant pots play a major part, don't they? Or they seem to. And we've got King of Plants and a suit of plants by the looks of it coming up as well. Yeah, Ace of Plants, Two of Plants. But for Judgment, this kitty turns to face the destruction he caused with a rueful look. He feels a tug of regret as he realizes how choices affect others. Though at the time his actions were truly self-motivating, he faces his judgment directly. And then we have the World. That's beautiful. And we get everything here. You know, we get birds, we get fish and mice. This is certainly a very fortunate kitty indeed. Her life is complete in so many ways, from compassion with her people who made sure that only cat-friendly plants were in the house. Her food dish is always full and there's abundance all around. Lovely. Okay, so we have a suit of plants. Now, what suit would plants be? I'm thinking earth, because plants, earth. So let's see. I'm assuming it tells me at the beginning. Yeah. The first suit is plants, wands. Often will be referred to as the dreaded plant, because the cat in this suit recognizes that a plant can make them sick. Here they are trying to come up with creative methods of disposing of the plant without causing themselves trouble. That probably explains why we've seen a lot of, you know, broken plant pots and things in the majors as well. So we have the King. So we're starting with King and working backwards. Our Queen, she looks very regal. The Knight and the Page, and then 10. Now if you remember this, it's following RWS, because 10 of plants, 10 of wands is that, you know, that overwhelm, that overburden, the heavy load that we carry. 9, 8, feels weird going backwards. 7, I suppose I could have paused and rearranged, but let's just go with it. 6, lovely. 5, 4, 3. Oh, little friend on the other side. 2. And then we have our Ace. And then we have our feathers. So for feathers, it says the second suit, which is feathers, is swords, and explores the cat's reaction to a bird that steals food from the dog's dish. Interesting. Granted, it is fine for the cat to dictate to the dog how life is going to go, but not for another animal to pick on the dog. This is cat law. Yeah. Oh, growing up, my dad had a dog and a cat in his house, and the cat was the boss. But yeah, the cat's not going to allow anybody else to muscle in. So these are our courts, the Knight and the Page. So remember, with feathers being swords, this is our 10 of swords. So, but it seems more gentle, doesn't it? Having the leaves sticking in rather than, the feathers sticking in rather than actual swords or blades. 8 of swords, we've got the blindfold. 6, I suppose that's the little boat that could be taken. Oh wow, look at the size of this bird here. Oh, the heart that is split and pierced. Oh, I like that for the Two of Swords. That's wonderful. And the Ace. And then we have Fishers, which remember is Cups. So the third suit, Fishers, which is Cups, focuses upon spiritual rejuvenation in cat terms. So we have our King, Queen, Knight, and it's in the bowl of food. But we used to see in the Page of Cups with that little fish jumping out of his cup. 10, 9, 8. All the different ones like we get with our 7. Wow. For this one, we've got 2 spilt and 3 upright. 4. It's interesting that they didn't put a second cat in with that one, like with the Lovers. The Ace. And then our final suit is Balls. The final suit, Balls, is Pentacles, which illustrates that even the simplest of things can create a sense of abundance and happiness. And isn't that true? You know, a cat can have hours of fun with a ball of string and or a ball of wool. And I've seen this image with the spiral in like some of the major arcana cards, and I didn't realize that that was representing like a ball of wool. I've seen it throughout because the symbols appear, you know, the fish, the dragonfly, here's a ball. I wondered what that was on the opposite pot. So things that fascinate a cat, you know, something fluttering by, the ball of wool to play with. So it's consistent throughout the little mouse, the fish, the birds. Look at that pose. This deck is really sweet. I love the simplicity of it, the easy sketchiness. I love the blue shading, and the style that the cat is drawn in. It's just sweet. It's really lovely, and the cardstock is amazing. Everybody used to go on about Schiffer's sticky cardstock, but this, like I say, unless it's been reprinted recently, but it's not called a second edition or anything like that. But it's wonderful. So 3. Skill. The balancing of the 2. And there's our Ace. Ace of Balls, Ace of Pentacles. Lovely, thick deck, yet it feels really light as well. It's incredible. I love it. I love the simplicity of it. It's wonderful. And I'm really starting to appreciate, as I said, Beth's art style, but diversity, because all of her decks so far, have been so unique. And I've loved the Guardian Tarot since I've had it. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful deck. So yeah, this is Blue Cat Tarot. It's available from Schiffer. And yeah, check it out. Or, you know, it's been around for 7 years. Have you got it? Do you use it? Let me know, as always. And thank you. Thank you for your time. And I'll see you again soon. And until then, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be. you.